Oh, hey folks. Just playing fingertips. So, today's Sunday in your world, today's Friday in my world, which means I just released 4 shows. We got some shows coming up. We got some shows coming up in the month of July. We also have some shows coming up in September, but I can't talk about that just yet. So we'll talk about the ones in July. We have July 17th. We're going to be at the Coffee Cat Espresso Bar up in Plattsburgh, New York. It's going to be a fine time. Tunes are going to start at 3 o'clock. I'm going to be outside if possible. If weather permits, I'll be out on that sidewalk singing right on Margaret Street, hooting and hollering. The next day will be the recording of Live from the Living Room Volume 2. That will be at the Living Room in Lake George. The next day, I'll be at the Gardeners. I'll be down at the greenhouses in Schuylerville for their Flower Fest. Tunes start at 11 o'clock and go to 2 o'clock, and I will be playing sometime in between that time slot. So come and catch some other tunes. I know some of my friends are going to be playing. I know the Vanscoys will be playing, each of them. And then on that following Saturday, the 25th, I'll be back up at Becks in North Creek. Weather permitting, I'll be outside. Otherwise, I'll be inside rocking the yurts, which you know I love having a good yurt throwdown. It's keep this yurt not dirty. Don't dirty this yurt. There's something on their menu saying pretty much clean up after yourself, and that's something we can take away, all of us, is clean up after yourself. Why not? It's an easy thing to do. But we got some tunes. We got some tunes for today. We got the old ones. We got the new ones. It's already into July. Maybe I should write. Well, I guess I did. I wrote an electronic folk song, if you want to count that. But I had been writing 1 or 2 tunes a month, and we'll see if we keep up in the train. I kind of really want to hunker down and learn all the ones I just wrote, and not have to bring around some sheet music with me. Which is fine, but it's something I would never do at a show. So if I don't have a song learned by the time of the show, it's not getting played at the show, period. Now there could be the foggy mess of where I think I know a song and play it live at a show and get confuddled. And since it's new, people don't know. And it's groovy. It's groovy. But yeah, we're sitting on the fireplace. It rained again. It rained all day yesterday, so there's puddles out there. It's nice and soupy, so we don't want to get too soupy, so we'll stay inside. Well, let's see what that one bird's doing. Frogs like fall, but raspberries like psychedelia. Mama woodcock struts her stuff, warm-fed maternal. A mother of 4, the snipe sings hers, springtime sonnets, beak to beak, the fruit tree creaks, they stay so grounded where the tall-in man could hum along. You see, I haven't seen the woodcock yet this year, and you know, man, maybe I won't see it for a few more years. You see, when I was a child, I would only see it 1 or 2 times in the whole childhood existence. I didn't even know if it was a real thing or if it was something I just saw because I just watched Jurassic Park. Or maybe I watch something like Godzilla, and I talked about this before, but that silly Matthew Broderick with his electrical diodes and his magnetic poles and sticking them in the ground and getting all those earthworms to come up to the surface. Now, we now know that's not much different than the woodcock herself. She's gonna take those little foot tampers of hers, those little treadles, her little struts, and give those vibrations down to get the earthworms up to the surface so she can emasculate them into her baby's mouths, because that's what mothers do. With pasta bean, she makes rice and tea, lemon playing fields for the flyless. When fighter flies, kick it with us. We chortle hard, we clench our claws, we peck our scabs, pack them with tents. Parasympathetic goals, the choice was hers, but now hers alone. To help a man become the loan, his leather flesh, a mossy home, to teach the young the French before. Yeah, Miss Timberdoodle's March. That one had a whole different groove than it normally does. Maybe it's just a damp morning groove. But yeah, me practicing singing lower in lower. That song is so much easier to sing now. It was kind of on the very bottom of my register when I wrote it. And now it's just like, let's hold these notes out. Let's get them to sing. Sing, sing, sing. Well, not sing like the prison. I hope I never end up there. Ain't gonna catch me. Yeah, all right. I see what I wrote when I did this. I wrote the set list right before announcing all the shows, so I was like, okay, I've got 15 minutes before I want to announce the set, and if I don't occupy my time with something creative, I will be walking around in circles this whole time. So I took that 15 minutes to write today's set list, and I like what I have planned. Yes. A few days before December in 1927, a pint of English blood, a cup of Norwegian flair. It's hard to think my granny was born on Dr. Seuss's first wedding day. Top of her high school class, the year they pushed the fat man out of a speeding Enola Gay. following up the melting little boy. All as soon as we're Marines, cutting fascist throats to get back to Evelyn. I was engaged, I think, to your papa. We borrowed from his brother a thin-wheeled motorcycle. They taught me how to drive real fast. Stationed in mainland China, we took her for a ride, and then we hit a dog. We didn't kill the dog. It got up and ran away. Variety of all things, forms of pleasure. She surely wouldn't feel the same when half of her kids go and take their lives down the street from the cul-de-sac, with a screened-in porch with wicker chairs, a metal milk jug, a white plant stand. They sit all afternoon and chew the fat. Pick your own blueberries, pack a picnic lunch to push the feelings down. Folly generation grapes, racism whitewashed a picket fence. All the suitors still Marines, cutting fascist throats to the dead. Overseas at 17. I was married more than 50 years to the same abusive man. I let him kick my grandkids around. He beat me if I let him down. Our suburban status quo got way too out of hand. Self-righteous hypocrisy, blood of marriage, God bless the stars and stripes. Yeah! A little genuine hardwood toothpicks. Some little bird singing outside. We got the windows open. So even though we're inside, you can still hear those pretty birds outside. Flinching while touching, cupboard knobs heated by the sun, attic mouse is squeaking, not allowing the exhaust fan to run, content to stare at the weed with broken watches, pen and ink outline, your watercolor splotches. Finally reaching calmness, only last dregs of dread. A subtle tumble through the queen ant's nest, vibrating hands are fine unless it spreads. Seasonal migration, tiered 18-wheelers, counting grounding exercises by my conversational healers, a galvanized feeding trough. I'm proud of yous and myself, finally getting the hang of this. A tenor phrase is my only well. Finally reaching calmness, only last dregs of dread. A subtle tumble through the queen ant's nest, vibrating hands are fine unless it spreads. Yeah, not a ton. I love that song. That's a groovy, syncopated song. It's just got that it's like not it's got a lag to it. Yeah, the good kind of lag. As opposed to the bad kind of lag, or technical difficulties, like this guy keep on forgetting to have 4 or 5 55 plus or minus minute videos on my my storage device before I start recording. This guy. So I'm not the greatest at that. Someday I'll have someone to do all this for me. All the recording and stuff, and I'll just sit down. I'll just sit down. I'm no good at sleeping, even with a tyrant load. My medication manager worries it's a hypomanic episode. I toss and I turn, I'm up before the birds. This dyslexic shepherd has miscounted his last herds. If and when I dream, it doesn't matter. Life's an imagined figment, I awaken with her beside her. sleeping, even with a tyrant load. My medication manager worries it's a hypomanic episode. Oh, yeah, heat of, H-E apostrophe D apostrophe V-E, heat of, loved this one. I asked my family dog why I wanted to die. Said one is not a need, but a symptom of grief. I wish my dad was alive again, so I could see him die for a second time. Before I let that happen, I'd be sure he finished the shit he didn't. I can no longer count on my right hand. All my friends who died and were considered young, from a playful overdose to sorrowful self-lynching. Yeah. Gotta do a little tune-up after that one. That was had. He had a good idea. right, all right, all right. Let's get some hydration in the station. Can't help but smile at the smell of my burning teeth. It'll stay in my nose for more than a few days. Mustache metamorphosed into a beautiful moth. Celebrate, I have my wife. Braid my hair up so tight. Finish her off with a Jutine bow and a little bit of post-marital. I've been self-medicating since I was in my teens for an undiagnosed bipolar 1 disorder. Fuck it, man, I'm calling up the doc on the morning. Riley fitted me 2 months before they could see me. Lady laughed and slyly said, how about 2 o'clock? If I can make it until then, I know I can be a better man. I know I can, I know I can. We watch the steps and still we fall. We pinky swore above it all. 2 for 1, we conquer all. We'd fix our faults, we'd have a ball. I've passed 5 college-level chem classes. I understand simple chemical imbalance. Situation therapist is heavy thumb. Session depressionist is heavy thumb. Let's get our endorphins in tune, my wife said to me. In more or less words, you made it past 30. Let's see why your check engine's on. We watch the steps and still we fall. We pinky swore above it all. 2 for 1, we conquer all. We fix our faults, we'd have a ball. Yep, joy be all. 'Cause joy should be more important than all. Joy should be more important than all. I don't know, something neat, something neat. Where are we now? Where are we now? But I hope everyone's Sunday's good. By now the newsletter should have just gone out. So if you're missing your newsletters, it means you're probably not signing up for them. If you go to josephbiss.com, there's a thing where you can sign up for the newsletter, and then you get on the newsletter, and then you see these silly things that I send you, like talking about how I wrote certain songs when I write them and when they're released. I let you know about shows. The website will also be updated with all the new flyers and tour posters and stuff like that. Holding dear, tattered towels, tarnished trowels, the novelty of new always mattered less to a few. A dance of the grateful into a low dip of becoming mindful, swells to overwhelm the feelings of drowning at the helm. Saved by the cadence of professional reassurance, rinsed and repeats. Even with finesse, one cannot not weep. I cannot not weep. We cannot not weep. Yeah. I'll fill you a meadow with color, growth, and love. I'll handpick you the flowers of your own. I'm gonna sow and grow her eggs and eggs of color. Every day we meet, I'll give her a sweet of flora. I'm gonna sow and grow her eggs and eggs of color. Every day we meet, I'll give her a sweet, and any day she weeps, I'll compose a sweet. Morning we wake, I'll give it a sweet of flora. Yeah. I'll fill you this mighty grove. Someday I'm chopping it down. Build you up these lovely walls to lay a roof on down, 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 down. I'm gonna sow and grow her eggs and eggs of color. Every day we meet, I'll give her a sweet of flora. I'm gonna sow and grow her eggs and eggs of color. Every day we meet, I'll give her a sweet, and any day she weeps, I'll compose a sweet. Morning we wake, I'll give it a sweet of flora. Yeah. I'll fill you a meadow with color, growth, and love. all and pick you the flowers of our own. I'm gonna sow and grow eggs and eggs of color. Every day we meet, I'll give her a sweet flora. I'm gonna sow and grow eggs and eggs of color. Every day we meet, I'll give her a sweet. Any day she weeps, I'll compose a sweet. Morning we wake, I'll give it a sweet flora. Yeah. I can see my breath. This song, man. I always want to switch the verses around. The last tobacco kiss in my pack before I quit and start again. They upped my pillage to quell the urge for a mongrel pilgrimage. Color me impressed, yet still I know the grass doesn't grow from pulling it. To think of chlorophyll in a time like this, when all I really need is a punctual pharmacist. Up till 3, and she suggests this interrupted sleep can't bode well. It'll interrupt your mood and your mental health, taking the depression and mania. I can see my breath in the living room, tending fire from the couch so we don't freeze to death. When the smallest sliver of sun engulfs a wooden floor, I take up supine and photosynthesize some more. Some say I'm weaker than their projected. Snow's back so deep I can hear the trains whistle from 12 miles away, sing so clear. Some say I'm weaker than their projected self. Metabolism and tolerance speak for themselves. Up till 3, and she suggests this interrupted sleep can bode well. Interrupt your mood and your mental health, taking the depression and mania. albeit. I'm gonna need some more glue in here soon. I redid all my nails. Damn. Songs to throw the safety onto. A tune unties your 13 loop knots, unslips the soles of your jumping shoes. A pole to flush the powders all down the drain. Can't promise that you won't need to hear it again. Go count the times I've had to sing it again. A promise I can keep is that I never will stop. You need not say a word, though you're singing as well. A couple friends call as you sob on the couch. A new love interest calls off your date with death. The only resolution that you made that new year was your DOD was January 1, 2020. You start to see that something's different about your day, and how it end up more than extended stay. You outgrew all the birthdays that you swore you would miss. You find a gray hair on your 28th year. And people always buy your bestest lie. You swear you're fine as you die inside. Go back on your words, make your sorrows heard. The more folks that know, the sorrow can grow. And people always buy your bestest lie. You swear you're fine as you die inside. Go back on your words, make your sorrows heard. The grow, the stigma can grow. Yeah. Plenty of reasons not to. Though there are 6 reasons to tune. Just my B string. You got too high. I traded her pronunciations, unlearning my disdain for all things proper. Exchanging words I'll mostly only ever say. My weekly pharmaceutical and becks calendar, every dose of vanilla flavored mood stabilizer, lithium-rich bloodstream, satina chartered at a static in parallel at rest, at a static in parallel at rest. Slowly as the pavement ends, fading like the eager plants that managed to grow here. Like a lady ballin' by the grocery card return. My weekly pharmaceutical advance calendar, every dose of vanilla flavored mood stabilizer, lithium-rich bloodstream, satina tartar, let us static in parallel and rest. Let us static in parallel and rest. Yeah, let's squeeze in one more. Let's squeeze in one more. Every time I take a drink, I spill my drink, thinking it's my subconscious, but it's a lie, but it's a lie. Every time she takes some pills, she drops some pills, thinking it's her subconscious, but it's a lie, but it's a lie. Minted the last penny yesterday. They're coming for your nickels, you better run. Minted the last penny yesterday. They came for your last dollar, too late to run. Every time I shake my head, it hurts my head, thinking it's my subconscious, but it's a lie, but it's a lie. Every time she spills her guts, she sure you still see her guts, thinking it's her subconscious, but it's a lie, but it's a lie. Minted the last penny yesterday. They're coming for your nickels, you better run. Minted the last penny yesterday. They came for your last dollar, too late to run. Every time I get to work, I work myself ragged, thinking it's my subconscious, but it's a lie, but it's a lie. One day she went to work, a kid pulled a gun, thinking it's his subconscious, but it's a lie, but it's a lie. Minted the last penny yesterday. They're coming for your nickels, you hid away. Minted the last penny yesterday. They came for your desk, lot of those stashed away. Minted the last penny yesterday. They came for your nickels, you ran away. Minted the last penny yesterday. You came for your last dollar, too late to run. Late to run, late to run, late to run. Yeah! So there we have it, folks. Another Sunday social in the books. 178, something like that. That's a lot of them. What are we gonna do for 200? Something really special? Go somewhere and record? I don't know. That may be too crazy. But maybe not. I don't know. Be hosted somewhere. Do a 200th episode special somewhere, like some coffee shop or something. I don't know. That'd be interesting. It'd be an idea. But until next time, folks. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Come to the shows in July. Again, 17th July, Coffee Cat, Plattsburgh. 18th is kind of a, if you already know you're going, you know you're going. It's kind of a half private, half intimate, friends, family, loved ones kind of thing. If I've never hung out with you in person, you probably wouldn't come to the show kind of thing. Or if I don't know you on first name basis, I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing. The next day, though, come and be very friendly. We'll be in Schuylerville, New York. We'll be at the Gardeners. That's big greenhouses in Schuylerville. And they're having a flower fest. That's 11 to 2. There'll be many acts, maybe like 4 or 5. I'll be one of them. I'll be playing an hour-long set. And then the 25th, come up to Becks in Plattsburgh, New York. Or in Plattsburgh, in North Creek, New York. Come to Becks, come to the Yurts. If it's nice out, I'll be outside. If it's not, I'll be getting yurty. But until then, take care. I appreciate you all so very much. Back to the finger exercises. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 1 and 2 1 and 2 and 3 1 and 2 and 3.
We like to have fun around here. No one's gonna do it for us. Trees grown from the roofs of project housing, for the concrete and the litter to call the space down at ground level. Observation of Bronx razor wire. Observation of Bronx razor wire.